The Breath of Genius, a real-world STEAM case study. In the year of our Lord, a most pressing and peculiar predicament beset a worksite in the heart of our fledgling republic. A mighty but dead dump truck, whose iron sinews had long toiled in the service of industry, stood idle upon the very ground where men of craft and skill were destined to dig. Beneath its enormous weight, vital pipes, carrying the lifeblood of water to good men, lay buried, awaiting repair. The path to salvation, however, was obstructed by this unmoving behemoth. In the midst of bustling construction, this great quandary befell the workers tasked with the repair of the vital plumbing beneath the foundation of this sturdy building. As the men gathered round, each conferring their thoughts, the common answer seemed crude, yet tempting. Drag the inert giant forth by sheer force, risking the damage of both truck and machinery in the brutish attempt to clear the ground. Such a task, fraught with danger to both tools and time, weighed heavily upon the minds of the workers. The dump truck lay motionless, as if a stubborn sentinel blocking the path of vital repair, its presence an unsolved riddle. Then, from amidst the assembly, a man of science and reason, whose mind was as sharp as any revolutionary musket, stepped forward. His name was Driigun, known for his adherence to the noble arts of ingenuity and practical application of knowledge. Inspired by the principles of STEAM, science, technology, engineering, art and mathematics, as always, he sought a solution not bound by force or destruction, but by the elegance of creative thought. In this moment of impasse, ingenuity, that sacred spark which hath fueled mankind's greatest enterprises, arose. Driigun, an enterprising man of practical wit and thoughtful science, cast his gaze upon the dormant truck. He noted its compressed air system, its mighty pneumatic veins, now silent, but capable once more of breath. With a mind turned to both physics and creativity, he devised a scheme to harness the very laws of nature. Driigun spoke plainly. Why tear asunder that which can be set free with understanding? This truck, though silent, breathes yet through its iron lungs, the compressed air system. Can we not breathe life into it once more? The assembly stood silent, pondering this unfamiliar course. Driigun continued, within the very heart of the truck lies an auxiliary accessory port, a point through which air, when introduced, might restore power to its brakes, and thus release its iron grip on the earth. With air enough, and the gentle aid of gravity from the slight slope of the land, we might coax the beast from its slumber and guide it to a resting place, far from our work. Rather than rend the truck's frame by force, the plan was simple yet profound. The compressed air system which controls the brakes could be revived. The auxiliary accessory port upon the truck, which would receive charge from an external air source, and so revive the truck's internal workings, releasing its grasp upon the earth. He knew full well that should air be restored, the great machine would be free to roll once more, guided by nothing more than the gentle slope of the ground. The men, though skeptical at first, saw wisdom in his plan. A reeled pneumatic hose having providential proximity, from within the very building in question, seemed to provide an air of perspicuity to the parsimonious project. Driigun unfurled line from compressor, and with skillful hands, connected it to the auxiliary port. The air began to flow, restoring pressure to the truck's dormant system. Soon, a hiss of release was heard, and the truck's brakes, which had once held firm as a fortress gate, gave way. The lifeless truck stirred, as if awakened by the breath of genius. The system once dormant, now heeded the call, releasing its iron grasp. No mighty loader was needed to drag it henceforth. No chains bore the scars of wrenching metal. Freed from its restraints, the truck rolled slowly and gracefully, following the gentle curve of the hill. With naught but the careful hand of Driigun to steer it, the once immovable giant rolled to a spot where it would hinder no man's labor. The danger had passed, the excavation could proceed, and not a scratch had marred the truck or the loader. And so, in this moment of triumph, it became clear to all present that it was not brute force, nor the abandonment of the truck's integrity that had won the day. Rather, It was the marriage of creative thought, technical knowledge, and the graceful application of the natural laws of air and motion. Driigun's solution, born of ingenuity, had solved the riddle with naught but elegance and efficiency. Thus, by the application of science and elegant thought, what could have been a trial of brute labor became a testament to the power of ingenuity. It was the height of a real-world application of creative problem-solving, an example of how the convergence of knowledge, technology, and artful consideration can turn what seems an intractable problem into a solution most fitting and sound. The ground was freed, the repair proceeded, and the truck, both spared of damage and returned to its resting place, stood as a silent witness to the triumph of reason and thought. In this story lies the spirit of modern STEAM education. Science, technology, engineering, art, and mathematics blended into a single elegant act. It is not the force of a hammer alone that makes progress, but the intellect that wields it, making it an instrument of precise action. Indeed, this moment serves as an emblem of how true progress is made, not through blind exertion, but through the brilliant and harmonious application of reason, observation, and creative thought. This tale, my friends, stands as a testament to the power of STEAM. Just as our fledgling nation's independence was secured through the blending of intellect and action, so too was this problem solved by one who embraced the tools of science and creativity. Let this serve as a reminder that even in the world of industry and labor, it is often the mind and not the might that paves the way to progress.